Hello guys, in this video I'll show you how I can make this kind of plug right here. I figured it's a nice little interesting detail, shape, for us to put all things we learned in 3ds Max so far in this course. So, first thing we do guys, I mean there are many ways to make it, but I'll start with the sphere. And let's say that we, I don't know, it looks like we'll have to scale this. Alright, let's try this way guys actually. Let's try it not with a sphere, but let's say with the box. And let's make it the same number of length, width, and height. Alright, I'll center that. And we're going to apply Turbo Smooth right away with, let's say, 4 iterations. And then we're going to go ahead and kind of scale until we get the general proportions of this kind of object here. Once again, guys, feel free to further study the proportions here. I'm just going to show you kind of the workflow. Now I'll go ahead and then use the Boolean tool to cut away portions of this. We're going to have essentially one here and then one right here. You press F3 just to see the wireframe view here. Alright, I'll press Alt-V, that's my hotkey for Pro Boolean. We'll set it to instance. We'll pick this. So now what we can do guys is we can adjust this, for example, while looking, like for example, we need this kind of space right here guys. Right now I notice that space is too little here. So we need to adjust this to further get that space. Alright. And actually guys, we need a top, so let's do that as well. And real quick guys, if you are interested in modeling furniture, I have a new course on how to make a variety of objects from insular couches to chairs and a whole lot more. Link is in the description. We'll extract selected as a copy, alright? Alright, here's what we'll do. S for snaps, hold shift to snap it right there. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and re-boolean it. Alright, and then just adjust this to see the results here. Alright guys, so since you guys are getting something like this. Alright. Now you may be wondering, what about the other side? So that's because I'll do that with Symmetry. Alright guys, so you can just continue working with this. Like I can just go ahead and continue doing this and continue working with it. Or I can go ahead and use retopology. But before you use retopology, let's first apply, for example, Symmetry. Let's see, on all the correct axes. Alright. The reason I did that, guys, is that we can now, well, let me repaste that. We can now just kind of select this. Control I and delete. And we'll let put this right here. And now all I gotta do is retopology with this. Let's try a very low value, probably way too much. So just kind of choose a value that works well. It looks like 255 works pretty well here. And paste that modifier back. Alright. Actually, okay, one more mistake I made is that before using retopology, I can also delete the bottom. There we go. There we go, guys. Let's adjust this a bit. Alright. So guys, I don't have a good view of what's happening here, but I just model like the entrances. All right. Let's also model this piece right here. And for this one, we can do a different approach. We can use biangle to select this, shrink it down, then use the regularizer script to circle it out. Now, before we go ahead and extrude, we're going to go ahead and straighten out. For example, this right here. We're going to go ahead and planar on the y-axis, or you can use the straight tool, like so. Then we can go ahead and select this, planar on y, insert a loop through there, planar on x. And after this, it needs to be subtracted a little bit here. All right, something like that. Although it looks like this needs to be a little bit more out here, guys. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm just going to do like that. All right. We'll go ahead and extrude that up. Oops. All right. Paste the modifier. Make adjustments. Okay, something like that. All right, now as for this, I'll use sphere with auto grid. I'll make this also 0 on y. And I'll make this, let's say, 8. Guess I got a little bit of something right here as well. Right, as for this, guys, I'm not sure if it's symmetrical. If it is, you can just kind of apply it on top of symmetry. and then kind of, you know, model asymmetrical details. So I guess we can do that. Right, just for this, guys, we can select this. It kind of looks a little bit symmetrical here, so I guess we can model this a little bit of symmetry. You can use geopoly, guys, to kind of make things a little bit more square. You can also go ahead and use planar on, for example, the y-axis here. Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and then use crease set. Alright. So, for this right here, we do want these to be selected. But for these two right here, we don't want these to be selected. So we need to go in here. Essentially, well, we'll go ahead and add this, then we'll select this and this. We'll go ahead and ring, and we'll right click and subtract. Give this like a value of 0.2, and then let's open subdiv with, 4. There we go. Oh, let's see. I wonder if this is caused... Oh, guys, this is caused by unwooded vertices here because of the symmetry. Right, we'll need to go ahead and reselect the proper ones here. Alright, looks like there's a little bit of a blip right there, guys. Let's add that as well. Although we could also do that after, let's say, one iteration of open subdiv. one or two, it'll then be easier to add these little blips here. To make it more rounded, we can just scale this a little bit here. Now make it more rounded. Like that. And we can switch to turbo smooth at this point if you want to. But there you go, guys. That's kind of the general workflow for how to use retopology here and Pro Boolean. Thank you for watching. Take care.